Okay, so once you've finished the entire scene, so all of it's, made up of solid colored shapes. Not like this one. This one obviously isn't finished. But basically, when you go and look at your picture and you turn off the original photograph eyeball, layer visibility eyeball, you shouldn't see any gaps. It should all be filled in. Um, Once you have that, you're ready to add your textures. And I'm going to add textures to this little dog just so that you can see how to do it. So I'm going to go in and first I'm going to just, make sure that it's saved. Do a save as. You can name it, last name, first name, performance, flat, or just, color, and then save it. And you're also going to do one in all textures, right? So you want to go and change the file name, do another save as, and change it to texture. And that way you won't be, saving on top of your original image so that you'll have both of them. Okay, now to do the textures, you first off need textures. And I want you to use photographic textures instead of computer-generated ones. And that's because the photographic ones just tend to look better. They don't look so, machine-created. So we're going to use real ones. There is a folder in Handouts that is called High Res Textures. And I would drag that to your desktop, just get the whole thing. I've already done that, it's here for me. Then I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and I can go and find a variety of things. Here's a folder of just Rust. There's quite a lot of different ones there. Or you can pick the ones that are already pre-existing. I would say maybe grab a few, and I'm just going to command click a few different ones so that I have them selected, and then I'll open them in Photoshop. And I'll move them over to the side. I might want to make them smaller before I use them, depending on how bold they are. If I want a fine texture, I might go ahead and make it small. I'm going to use this one on my dog. So I'm going to grab a section of it. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go over to the dog. I'm going to use my Move tool, and I'm going to auto select by layer so that I can get individual layers. Go ahead and open this little second dog folder. Here are all the little parts of him. So I've put him in a little group folder. There's all the parts. Looks like I need this part in there too. So that's something I should probably do, is put that in the group. So to get the selection marquee on this little guy, I'm going to hold down my command key and I'm going to click right on the thumbnail picture. And then now I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to choose paste special for CS5 people, just paste into for CS3 users. So I'll say paste into. And there I've got my texture of my little dog. Now I could actually, if I wanted, use the same texture for this whole dog. And let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go to the next layer I want to do. That's this little piece of shadow. Very small. Let me get a bigger piece. I kind of want this piece, I think. Okay, and I actually have quite a few pieces on there. So now I'm going to do the command click again to get the selection. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do my same move I already did, edit, paste into. So it looks the same, but here's something really cool you can do. If you need, the image just to be darker and lighter, but same texture, I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast, and I'm going to drop the brightness down so that I have a darker version of the same texture. So that can look really quite nice. I could also have chosen a different texture. I would just need to load that into the clipboard. So I would, go to the one that I wanted and grab a section of it and copy. But I kind of like this effect, depending. Of course, if you have, different items of clothing, you might want to go completely different texture. But since this dog is created, out of all fur, and they're pretty much all brown dogs, they don't have, spots or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and use this technique for this little guy. So I'll go and I'll grab his ear, and I'm going to do the same thing. Command click, edit, paste into, and then I'll go ahead and go into image, adjustment, brightness, contrast, and I'll darken that ear a little bit. You can decide what looks good, trying to get some dimension in your image. So I'm just going to go through this then, and I would complete my little dog. All the same steps, select the layer, be sure auto select is on, and you want layer, not group, when you're actually grabbing the individual layers inside the group. Do the command click to get the selection marquee, edit, paste special, paste into. Last step, if I need to, is to adjust the brightness contrast to get a nice little shadow on my dog. Then I'll go ahead and say OK.